purpose is to introduce a project that God has been laying in my heart to reach out to the younger generation, especially the Africa younger generation, the youth of Africa. This project is called Amplified Africa. In this project, we're going to actually be reaching out to a whole lot of things. We're going to be stirring up minds. We're going to be repositioning minds. We're going to be stirring up lives. We're going to be repositioning lives. We're going to be pointing life towards the proper and the right direction, because I believe that God has imparted so much in Africa. I believe God has imparted so much in the younger generation. Looking around to where we are today, looking around to the generation we represent today, I could tell that most of the pressure is actually on the younger generation. They have to curtail or fight with drugs. They have to fight with prostitution. They have to fight with lesbianism. They have to fight with homosexuality. They have to fight with a whole lot of things. Drugs, the wrong life, rough life, cultism. Too many things to curtail and to curtail with as the day goes by. So this has left too much pressure on their shoulder. Now I really want to talk to you about your life. I really want to talk to you about what God wants to do with you, because you are designed to be a blessing, not just to your world, but to your generation. You're designed to be a blessing, not just to your family, but to your generation. There is something about you that the devil is targeting. There is something about you that the devil does not want to seal and veil. You got to put the devil where he rightfully belongs by stirring up that great thing in your inside. Because this word is actually not just waiting for you, but waiting for your manifestation. There is something about the African youth, the African as a continent, the black race. You know, it's important that you know that we are not designed as second-class citizen, or as third-class citizen, or as less than anybody in the world. In fact, we are designed by God with peculiarities. We're designed by God with greatness in our inside. We're designed by God with giftings that the world is actually waiting to tap into. That's why too many people put their eyes on us. When you travel around the world, I've been to a few places in my life, and I have found out that the only thing that the other general population of the world wants to do, like the white race would call it, or other race of the world would call it, one of the things they want to do is to tap into the giftings and the resources of the black man. And why do they want to do this? Majority of them believe that you do not know what you have. Majority of them believe that you do not have an idea of what you have in your inside. So when they come around you, they actually want to tap in, not to help you, but to take the best part of you, to take an advantage of your ignorance. One of the things that we're going to be doing in African Amplified African is to be giving an African youth a voice. It's important that we stir you up, not just with information, not just with revelation, but with guidance. We have the opportunity to answer to your questions. We have the opportunity to relate to you directly, one-on-one, if we can help you in any way that God will want us to help you, especially in the place of stirring up your life, stirring up your gifts, stirring up your plans, and stirring up above all your dreams. Great dreams lies in us. Great dreams lies in our inside. I dare to tell you, don't just survive, you got to succeed. You don't just need to survive. We live a life of survivor. Too many of us just want to survive. But it's important that you understand the place of success, because you are designed to success. The end product of God's production is success. So God has designed you for success. So I'm saying to you in a nutshell that you must be driven not by anything but by success. Success that will eventually bring the glory of God to be seen around, in and all around the world. And you got it. I believe you got it. You got it in your inside. You got it laid down in you. So appreciating what you got, putting to use what you got, will take you not just far, it will take you around the world. Not just around the world, it will fulfill the very essence of your existence. One thing many of us do not know, especially in the younger generation, we do not know that God's design for us is much more than just waking up in the morning and sleeping in the evening or sleeping at night. No, you are designed to be a blessing to a generation. There are a set of people waiting for that which God has placed in you. Now, your discovery, because you haven't discovered this, these are kept a whole lot of people waiting. And I come out today to tell you that you can actually unveil the mystery of God in your inside. You can actually unveil the giftings of God in your inside and begin to reach out to your word. I'm talking to you all the way from the Hollywood, and I believe that the city we are right now is this is a Hollywood. Now, a whole lot of things happen here on a daily basis. I practically came here to do this because too many people, too many directions are being focused here, especially on the younger generation. Now, but in this place also, a whole lot of things are going wrong. A whole lot of things are being swayed. There have been diversion of destiny. And one of the things we're also going to be doing in Amplyfied Africa is to be restoring destiny and helping people find their true path in a place of destiny. This is important, and this is why I am calling out to the younger generation. I'll be on your way once every week on Monday like this. On Monday, we are going to be broadcasting on within one of the day of the week again. We're going to be broadcast. At least we're going to be shooting something to you every week to be able to encourage you, to stir you up, and to impart on your destiny. We believe that God called you, God created you to be able to reach out to a certain place, a certain phase in our world. There is something you are designed to solve. There is a problem you are designed to solve. Someone, somewhere, somehow out there, you are designed for a solution. Something is waiting for your manifestation. If you don't manifest, this problem will persist. Allowing this problem to persist will not be to the fulfillment of the originality of your originality, of the main reason why you are designed, or the main reason why you are born. And so I believe that if we come together to put put ourselves together, we'll find out that there is so much we can actually offer our generation. Before I go, I want to say this. This is important. At my next conversation, I'm going to be talking about race. I'm going to be talking about color. I'm going to be talking about the importance of color. Why do people believe that? Some people call us, some say we are black, some say we are white. Now there's been segregation, there's been relegation. My job is not just to talk to only Africa. I'm also designed to also talk to the world. Now, because we have white Africans. If you go to South Africa, we have some white Africans. If you go to Egypt, we have white Africans. So this is not just about color or race, but I'm going to be differentiating color in my next discussion. But let me say this: it is important that you know that Africa as a continent is a place where God has invested so much in the whole world today. If you really look back, you will find out that there is no other continent in this world that have the kind of natural investment Africa has. We have heard of America. I'm actually talking about America. We've heard of America. As big, as beautiful as America is, if you want to talk about natural investment, natural resources, you won't have much to talk about here. Whatever people celebrate here are what probably the ideas of men put together that we are and the Americans are enjoying today. But we're talking about real natural resources. Real natural resources. We are highly blessed in the continent of Africa. In the continent of Africa, from Nigeria to South Africa to Ghana to Zimbabwe to almost all over Africa, we are highly blessed. This speaks of something. This means that there is a special thing. There's something special about Africa. There's something special about Africa. Something much more than you can believe. The Europe, the white world, they brought in the gospel to us. Today we are eventually bringing it back to them. That speaks of the fact that we can actually take and make use of. Today, the same people in Europe that brought the gospel to us, if you go to some part of Europe, you will not even find church. Why? Because civilization, like people may call it, has taken over the gospel. Now, this is not just about you thinking that you are colored, you are less. No, it's about finding the unique part of you. Because what you got to put in place, what you got to do, what you got to do with yourself is realizing that you are not lesser than they call you. You are not lesser than the word that you visualize. You are not lesser than the dreams you have. You are not lesser than what you envisaged. You can do quite much more. So I dare to say it is time to take the bull by the horn and begin to live up to the responsibility that God has placed in us as the continent of Africa, that God has placed in us as a people. Now, I am glad I'm from Africa. I'm glad I'm black. I'm glad I am who I am. I live in US today does not make me forget where I am coming from. Now, this project is to give back to exactly my roots, where the whole thing began and where God has designed me to be a major blessing. He has put all in us. He has given us all that it takes. So take note, there is a uniqueness about Africa. We have all it takes, if not for anything. If we want to doubt yourself at all, remember that the natural resources, not the one man gave to us, God gave to us, is enough for you to know that we are much more than they call us. Rise and take the bull by the horn. Discover the unique purpose you carry and begin to make the best use of it. Until I come your way again, know that we have to give voice to the voiceless Africans. Know that we have to remain in the atmosphere of purpose. Know that we got all it takes to rule our world. God bless you. My name is Silas. I'll see you again. Stay on top and stay connected with your destiny. God bless you.